your host, Barbara Grant Proctor.
Hello there, and I'm Jackie Abrams, and I am with Sampson Properties. It's a pleasure to be back with you. I'm so glad that Barbara's here.
Thank you.
Last week we had a guest host.
Hello.
And that was the fabulous Miss Karen McConnell-Jones. It was a pleasure having her here. And we talked about some great things, Barbara, while you were gone.
That's good. She took up the slack for me, right?
She did.
Took up the slack for me.
Financial. We actually talked about the buyer consultation a little bit, and I'd like to get to know my clients. We talked about how I'd like to get to know my clients, specifically during that buyer consultation.
Wonderful.
Because it helps me to understand their goals for wanting to buy. And oftentimes I discuss how I have to bring that back
One is
to them.
audience.
So
that one, you will let us know if you would like to be.
It sounded like it was a wonderful conversation.
It was a great conversation. Thank you. It was a great conversation. But what I was just thinking about was, in case we have some buyers who have some questions, they will, or some audience members who have questions, they will want to send us questions to homebuyingquestions@gmail.com.
That's right.
And if they ever want to be in our live audience, they will actually email us at homebuyingaudience@gmail.
Very good.
So
Very good
that's what I
sessions
wanted to
too.
do,
Yes.
Barbara.
Well, when we come back, we're going to be hear more
going
about
to
the home
talk
buying
about
process.
the
Excellent.
mortgage
Stay tuned.
Processing, mortgage process.
Yes, we're going to talk
It
about
is
the mortgage
key
processing.
that
So
you
when we come
mind
back,
your mental health.
we'll head right into that. Stay tuned.
Use the 5 keys to mental movement.
Really monumental week for me. I realized that I was never being
Reaching out.
a positive attitude person, like you guys know me to be.
Hello, my name is Tania McQueen. I'm the Residential Services Manager for Prestige Community Resources.
What our new facilities are respite centers. We're opening 2 in the city right now. Hopefully we'll expand to more. But respite centers are a place where people can come and get a little additional support with their mental health. Our one on Eastern Avenue is for men, and our one on Minnesota Avenue is for women. Our facilities are for all DC residents, especially focusing in on those in Ward 7 and 8.
That's right, and don't forget self-care.
So they're really nice, and I'm excited for consumers to actually see
See
them.
you guys next week.
What are the services that we're going to provide? Therapy, case management, medication management, all provided by professional staff, a licensed nurse practitioner,
so today's
psychiatrist,
topic, Barbara,
sociologist,
is
social
more on the
workers,
home buying
and then our
process, but specifically
paraprofessionals, our
the
case
real estate
managers.
part of the
It's
home
just a
buying
place where
process.
you can come and get
So
the support that
specifically,
you
I'm
need
going to be
to work
addressing
on your
what we're
personal
addressing.
goals,
So you
as well as
found
to
a
get
home,
your mental health
because
straight.
last week was about the
Simple,
documents and all of
single
that.
adult,
So you found a
18
home
years
and
of
you'd
age
like
or
to submit
older,
an
a
offer.
DC resident.
Now
You
what
need to have
happens?
insurance,
And
but if
believe
you
me,
don't have
lots
it, it's
happen.
okay.
Lots happen
Still
for this.
come, we'll work on
Absolutely.
getting you
Absolutely.
insurance.
But
Have
one
to have
thing
a
I would
negative
like to
COVID
do
test,
is say
a
something about
negative
this
TB
2020
test,
market
and
that
be
we
willing to
have,
work on your mental
because
health.
it's very different.
For more
Any of
information
the,
about
my
respite
clients that
services,
will
you
hear
can
the show
contact
and
us
see the
at
show,
202
they will say, well, we didn't do
796
it that way.
5000
Well, you're right. We
or
didn't do it
hit
that
us up
way
on our
unless
website
you
at
purchased last year.
www.prestigecommunityresources.com.
That's right.
And
It was
so-
a different market.
That's right. It was a crazy market, so crazy that I like to call it a seller's market on steroids.
Yes, it was.
That's what I termed it, so that when I would
And
explain
welcome back
different
to
things to
Mortgage
my
Financing
clients,
and
because
Home Buyer
literally
Ready. And
I
as
may have
Jackie
told them
told you
something
earlier,
in the
last
beginning
week
of
we
the
had a
process,
wonderful-
but then I had
the
to
last
switch
3
it up.
weeks,
So I would
we had a
always go
wonderful
back
show
to,
on the real
well,
estate
remember, this is the
process. And
crazy
now
seller's market
we're
on
gonna head
on
into
steroids.
the
And so they would
mortgage
always
process and
get that.
everything
So-
you need Yes, to know and it was so
getting
crazy
ready for the
that
process.
So I
we're
was
gonna
on
go ahead
standby
and
all
start
the
that
time
out.
for Jackie because resubmitting
So
offers,
initially,
we like to be
I wanted to
precise
talk about
when
the
we're
pre-approval
submitting an
process,
offer.
but we
We
did
don't just
that on
do
another show.
an
We
offer
talked
letter
about
that
the
has the same
pre-approval
amount on
process.
each offer
So
letter,
I'm not
depending
gonna
on the
delve
home
too
you're doing.
much into that,
Jackie
but the
lets me
pre-approval
know
process
how much that
is
you want to
when,
bid on that contract,
Jackie
and I
sends you over
change the
to me to get pre-approved prior to you actually going out and looking for a home, and you come to me, and I will collect some certain documentation, and I will just see if you are home buyer ready or not. So in that pre-approval process, there's some steps that are normally taken to get you home buyer ready or to see if you're home buyer ready. So what we would do is I would collect some documentation. And some of that documentation would be like with your income, maybe your W-2, your pay stubs, assets you may have, maybe your 401k statement if you've told Jackie or myself that you were going to use that to pay some of the closing costs.
Any student loan?
Any student loan information, because I definitely need that, right? I need the student loan information. Even though I'll see it on your credit report, I need to know what's going on with your student loan. And that was good, Jackie,
Yes.
that you brought that up,
And
because
Barbara does an excellent job with that. I said that before when we talked about
Yes.
this, but she is excellent with figuring out what's going on with student loans and making that fit into wherever you need to be
where
to
you
be
need
able
to
to
be.
purchase your home.
Right, because a lot of people have gotten turned down in the past because they have student loan debt and they have monthly payments. Because what you don't know, even if they're deferred, we still have to include that payment in your debt, even if you have it deferred.